You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Hello there, viewers at home. How are you doing? Viewers and streamers, wherever it is that you are watching us from. How are you doing? Welcome to Western Spring Television 190 DTT on Star Time. And of course, the program is Inside of Marriage that will bring into your screens week in, week out. On this very one, we speak about everything, stories, audios that are happening inside the marriages, inside somebody's home. And that is why we are here. I am your regular host on the show, AJIBIKE. I'm Jorin Ojo, aka the Screen Diva. This week promises to be another one, another enlightening one. In the world of marriages, in the institution of marriages, we are there to learn. Sometimes we even unlearn and we relearn again. No man is an island, and that is why we are here to tutor ourselves week in, week out. Welcome on board this week, and I hope that we're going to have a good time. By the time I come back from my short break, I'm going to be introducing my analyst, well seated and ready to dabble into the topic of today. Don't go nowhere. Be right back.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes, I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.
Okay, Inside of Marriage is here. And of course, the Screen Diva is here to talk about Inside of Marriage. And I have my analyst well seated this week as well. This week, I have Mama Florence and I have IMPRINT right seated on their seat. Hi, Madam Florence. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank
You are shining.
Thank you.
This-
You know, because of the season.
Okay, so you're radiating.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. IMPRINT,
Mama,
how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing
Good
great.
to have you.
Thank you so much.
I mean, whenever marriage comes to your mind, IMPRINT, each time you just sit down, you think about it. In one word, what comes to your mind?
Submission.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Okay, I actually asked for one word and you gave me submission, and I was wondering, coming from a man, the word submission.
Yeah.
That's quite deep. Okay, Mama Florence, I mean, you have been in the game a long time. So when you think about marriage, in one word, what comes to your mind?
Celebration of love.
Wow. Celebration of love, submission. Okay, we are on our way there. Okay, in the bit of submission and the celebration of love, I'm going to be dropping the topic for today, and I would want us to do justice to this one. I want to have my topic on my screen. Okay, this one says Ajibs. Okay, this message drops in the morning. Said Ajibs, good morning. How are you? Said with the kind of stories we are hearing now, there is this sister of mine who, before she retired, please, I want us to listen to this attentively. There is this sister of mine who, before she retired, was married to a deeper life husband. She didn't give birth on time, though, until God gave her one. Now, she said, over the years, she collected a loan 3 times to support her husband's business, the other to add in building their house. Now, she said, as I speak to you now, the man has sold this house in Akure. He relocated to Owo and built a new house and married 2 women in there. This woman is forced to live with her only child now as a tenant, a woman in her early 70s. Should we be acquiring properties with our husbands together? With all the stories that we hear, some men are just unpredictable, she said. Wow. Okay. This is something I don't wish anybody to experience, because a 70-year-old woman is being forced to live, with her child now, not because she wants to, but because situation is making her to live with her child. Now, let me throw this at you, Mama Florence. is it a crime or is it such a bad thing that when your husband wants to build your home, a house, a roof over your head, should a woman be a part of it if you are capable?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should. But you see, like in this story, the I don't know the mode of, you know, when you are purchasing maybe a land, there's a way you write your name that one person will not be domineering. You understand?
Okay.
That's the property will not, you cannot take any action on it without the concept of the other.
Okay.
So I don't know how theirs went.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, but in this case, she loaned the husband money. They built this house
what
together.
I'm saying.
Okay.
She supported him.
Which is not such a bad thing.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay.
Because if my husband is doing well, it is a thing of pride in my own side. You understand?
Fair enough.
You get it. But the issue is, was she giving him the money and every property was acquired on his own name alone? You understand? You know.
Well, when it comes to acquiring properties and having names on them, how do you think it should have gone?
If we are acquiring a property, me and you now, maybe let's say you are having just 1%. Let's not even say 90, 80 or 50%.
Okay.
Once you're having a percentage of the properties we want to acquire, you are also part of it.
Okay.
Because the whole money does not belong to me.
Okay.
You understand? So the name supposed to be written in Florence and AJIBIKE.
Okay.
You understand? Not Mr. and Mrs. Many people are making that mistake.
Okay.
Florence and AJIBIKE. You understand? We now had
the surname.
Yes. Did you get it?
Okay.
So if the property was acquired
in the name of the husband,
alone, it can do and undo.
Okay.
It can throw her away. But if the property is acquired in their both names,
there would not be a scenario
it can't
like that.
Throw her away.
Okay, imprint. I mean, in this case now, let me throw it out to just the same way I threw it to Mama Florence. Is it wrong or is it normal? Is it advisable for a woman to build? Because we understand you men have your egos, like this house. I mean, I'm the man of the house. I built this house for us to live in. Do you think a woman should be part of your financial resources should be involved when you're building your first home or your house? Let me use that word.
The simple answer is yes.
Okay.
And the reason is because this is a property that belongs to both of you. As you go on in life, if you are lucky enough, if God blesses you with children, this is something that you say that you are leaving for your children. So it is not one-sided. Okay. So because of that, we as men, we have this ego, no doubt. But you as a woman as well, for you to feel secured in your mind whenever you want to say something on that property, if you have the ability, when the man wanted to acquire the property, please go ahead and support him. 100%.
Okay. Yeah. So now in the case of the story, I would like to have that story on my TV screen again. So, but in the case of the story, this woman, I mean, over the years, she's collected loans. She has supported her husband's business, not just the house. And she's saying at the long run, because the going was good until the long run when the man, for some reason, decided to sell the house. And from the story we see here, this is probably a woman who, I mean, she doesn't have as much children as he probably would want. And the best thing this man felt he could do was to sell the house and force. Now, don't you think this is giving women of this generation a reason to be like, oh, okay, I would rather acquire a property on my own. My husband acquires his for us so that everybody can be safe, like a plan B. What do you have to say about this, Imprint?
Now, going by the story, like you rightly pointed out, this is a woman that married really late. If you read it very well from the first line, before she retired. And if this is happening in Nigeria, it means that at least after 35 years, before she clocked 35 years in service, or before she clocked the age of 60.
Yeah.
That was when she got married.
Okay.
Now, one thing is very paramount that we always tell everybody that wants to get married. Number one, don't feel pressurized into marriage. Don't feel like you are getting old. Let me quickly get this thing done. Don't feel like time is going on you. If it is meant to happen, it will be. You will have the opportunity to look at every factor that you should look at before you go ahead and marry. They will always say something to we youths that want to get married, that always observe the red flags, always see the signs, always see the... There is nothing like this thing happened all of a sudden when it comes to the matter of marriage.
Okay.
This is something, there will always be a kind of pattern. No matter how subtle it can be, there will always be a pattern. And the sad part is that these patterns, this woman might actually see them originally, but she overlooked them.
What kind of pattern do you think she must have been seeing that she was overlooking?
Frivolous spending is part of it. A person that will spend money without having plans on how to multiply the money on its own.
Do you think that is the problem here? Because we are hearing now that he sold the house and built another one and put in 2 women there.
Before they built the house that this man sold, the story was written that the woman already collected loan 3 times.
Definitely.
For the house, or let's say for the husband, to do what? Where is the result?
A supportive woman.
So it's obvious that this man never truly loved this woman.
What?
He only got into the marriage for the sake of, okay, she's nearing her retirement. There is something we call gratuity.
Yes.
She will get it. It's likely going to be a lump sum. It is possible that this person, the 2 women he eventually married, it's very, very possible that he has always been dating one of them right from time, that he never stopped dating them. So eventually selling the house is just part of the plan.
Okay, Mama Florence, it almost feels like you're disagreeing with Imprint on that, because I could see you shaking your head in disapproval.
My own understanding of the story, the storyline told us that it took a long time before she had
a child.
And
she has 1.
You understand? And she has only 1. Did you get it? Naturally, African men are polygamous in nature. You understand? For him saying why I was shaking my head is because he's saying she might have seen the red flag. You don't know a man. You don't know, like the way we are sitting here now. You cannot read me until we are living under the same roof.
Okay.
Everybody can pretend to be a very nice person, especially issue of marriage. You understand? And there is what I usually say. I do tell people that they are younger. You don't see fire and put your head. Every correct person that your sense of reasoning is functioning well should know that marriage is a school of its own.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Until you begin to live with a man. Men, I think they are very, very corny.
So do you think now from this story now, because whether we like it or not, this particular scenario is putting women on their toes. I mean, for the young lady who sent this message across now, if she is to dabble into marriage now, she will tell you, like, if a woman of in her 70s had to, the husband sold their house, their first house, and built another one and put 2 women in there, maybe that woman must have been dealing with.
But she can sue him. As far as I'm concerned, she have record of all those money she collected.
April, do you agree to suing such a husband?
The question I will ask is that what kind of marriage did they have in the first place? If it is a legal marriage, definitely you can sue him. You have every right to do that.
And what if it is not?
But if it is not, there is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing holding the man down to that marriage, really. So the only place where you can actually fight in your marriage is if you have a legal right to the marriage. But if there is no legal backing, that's why majority of men nowadays, if you are telling them that you want a court marriage, they will say no.
Hell no.
Because it is not like, now the funny thing is that it's not like they have the intention of marrying more than one wife, but they don't want to find themselves in a situation whereby later in their marriage life something happened, they want to get another wife, then you'll be holding the legal battle over them. That's the simple reason. Now in this case, she rightly pointed something out earlier, that it's possible this man, when he was acquiring the property, he was buying it even though the money belongs to the woman. But he was buying it in his name, or in a kind of way that is not indicating the name of the woman.
Are you telling me it was a game all along for this man?
Believe me sincerely, I believe strongly that this man had his game plan all along. It is not something that happened all of a sudden. And when I'm talking of red flag, one thing that majority of ladies nowadays do make as a mistake is the mentality that I can manage this one, I can change this in him, I can correct this as time goes on. He will stop doing this thing when we get into marriage. These things are lies. The little things, she's right by saying that yes, we can pretend. The same thing goes for the female gender as well.
Yeah, I mean, it is human nature.
It is just a matter of time. That thing we call pretense will still come out to eat us on our
That's
face.
why they say a finiwa is like smoke.
Exactly. Now, before you go married to a person, before you have the confidence of getting loan to give to this person, it is not a marriage of 6 months. It's not a marriage of a year. It's not a marriage of 2 years. So before you can do that, there is a level of confidence that
He's
you are
my
having.
husband.
So which means that before you can do that, there are some things that you should have seen as well that you are overlooking.
So as not to make you look stupid.
Exactly. None of us is perfect, obviously. But the little things that you see as this person acted this way, even though he's not perfect, you should actually sit down and analyze it properly before you proceed. Because you can see it as an act of stupidity, while it is actually the nature of the man himself. So, you know, if it is an act of stupidity, I can do it, see it as a mistake, or you call my attention to it, and then I correct myself.
Wow.
But in this case, if it is who I am, there is nothing you can say about it. I will keep on doing it.
Now, bringing me back to my question, because obviously it is human nature for us not to know ourselves deeply.
Yeah.
And no matter even how the marriage is, you said something like you don't know people until when you're under the same roof. And from what the both of you are saying now, you might even be under the same roof and still not know
Each other.
Definitely. So now, what is advisable to women, I mean, of this generation? Should there be a plan B? Let me start with you, Mama Florence.
As far as I'm concerned,
There is no plan B.
yes, there should be.
Okay.
What is mine is mine. What is ours is never mine. And I can never give you what I cannot release to you. Did you understand?
Okay.
If, let's say, for example, she collected the first loan and give it to him, the next loan should be used for my
me.
own personal property. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
I can't just be serving you. No.
So there should be a plan B.
Yes.
For a woman.
Yes, for every woman.
For every woman.
Yes.
Noted on that. What about you, Imprint? I mean, we are still going to have to, I'm still going to come back to one or two, but then should there be a plan B?
I really believe there is nothing that should be like a plan B if you are truly committed to your marriage.
Wow. Okay, I'll drink water to this one.
The reason why I'm saying that is this. Marriage is not a journey of, okay, we're going to be together for the next 15 years, and then after 15 years, we go our separate ways. No. Marriage is a lifetime plan. So if you're saying plan B, what is the plan itself? Are you 100% in that marriage in the first place? If you are really in that marriage, you will not be thinking of plan B in any way. That's one.
Okay.
Now, in as much as I will not advise anybody to have a divided plan in marriage, what I will tell to a younger lady right now is, number one, before you go into the marriage, love is all we are talking about. We're quite all right when we are talking of marriage.
Definitely.
But the truth of the matter is, can love itself alone sustain the marriage? The answer is no. So, beyond the butterfly effect, beyond whenever I cause my face so much, beyond all those things, sit down and look at this person. The little you can see before you get married to him, please analyze it well. Now, when you get married to this person, when he starts exhibiting some things to you, she said something earlier that if you get the first loan for him to do something, then the next loan should be for you. No. Before you can say that you want to get another loan, let us see where the first loan is even heading to. Because one thing I want you to understand is this, the kind of society that we have today. If you as a woman married under the roof of a man, go ahead to buy your own property.
Okay.
You are also not doing it right. Especially if the man if your husband is not in consent to it.
Wow.
And in this case, let us be realistic with ourselves. I really don't think this man will agree for this woman to buy a property on her own. He will definitely not.
Oh, okay. I'm so dazed right now. But if this woman had a plan B, do you think she would be a tenant in her own daughter's house right now?
If she had a plan B.
At old age.
If she had a plan B.
Yes, please.
That marriage will not even get to that point. They will not even build the same house in the first place.
They will
not build the house in the first place because they built the house on the third loan. I believe that before you can secure a loan, another loan, you must have paid the first one that
Definitely.
you get to a point or complete the payment.
So now,
a period
but
of time.
I needed to understand this woman at the end of the day. This man is at the receiving end. So what has this woman got to hold on to in this marriage as it is? What's going to be her story? What does she tell her child? If she has to sit down and say the story of what a marriage ordeals is all about, what would she be preaching right now?
She will definitely be preaching the bitterness of what a man did to her.
Okay.
Sadly.
That crowns it all. What do you think this woman will be preaching right now?
Regret. Regret. Because she wasted her youthful time.
Serving a man.
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, oh, wow. It's just the conclusion of today's topic actually got me because Mama Florence is saying there should be a plan B so you don't live a life of regret.
Yes.
While Imprint is saying there shouldn't be a plan B, you should be all in, and this woman is definitely singing it. What do you say she was preaching about? What would she be preaching about? Regret.
Sadness.
Sadness, okay. And nobody wants to be sad. So at the end of the day, it boils down to whatever it says that you want to do. You just got to put your eyes on the ground. So in this case, if you want to have a plan B, Mama Flores said there should be a plan B. Yes. Imprint said there is no plan B, you should get all in.
Should be.
So an advice to this particular woman and to any young one who wants to dabble into this, just tell me what can you say to such a woman?
Well, what are we before I can say anything to her, I will ask her some questions of, do you even have copies of your documents with you?
Okay.
Now, instead of plan B, what I will actually advise is that you should ensure that every step of the way in acquiring your property is not done behind you. Just like she rightly said, your name should be boldly written, clearly. Your husband's name should be clearly written as well. From my own point of view, I will even tell you that, let your husband's name be written as your husband's name.
Your name as your name.
Your name as your maiden name. Because family can be funny.
Fair enough.
Before you know it, if your husband should die, the family can get up and say that there is a Florence Adejumobi in this family.
Fair enough.
That she's the owner of the land. But if it is in your maiden name, and then your husband is there as well on the copy of the document.
So if one is not there, the other person is taking over.
So I see this as a better plan rather than you outrightly having a plan B on its own. Because plan B on its own is a recipe for destruction of your marriage on its own. Because you can never be 100% committed to that kind of situation. Because you will always be looking for the signs to see that, okay, this person is already misbehaving. I have my own.
Okay.
It won't work.
Mama Flores, do you agree with what he said?
Definitely not.
What he's saying is still plan B.
It's still a plan. It's actually a
it's a
refined plan B.
Yes, because you don't want to be cheated. That is why you are putting all your tooth and nails in everything to make sure it is well done. Did you get it?
Yes, please.
And if, on the other hand, also, like me, before I got married, my parents trained me to some level. Did you understand?
Yes, okay.
And that shows that they have prepared me to some extent that with or without a man, my life can continue.
Like you will survive.
Did you understand?
Yes, please.
So that's another plan B.
Fair enough.
So since my parents also trained me, they should want to see the progress in what they have given to me. As far as
what you can make do of after giving you so much. What can you make do of what was given you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So there should be plan B as far as I'm concerned. Because in this world, when you look at it, women suffer a lot in marriages.
Do you agree to that, Imprint, that women suffer a lot in marriages?
Sadly, yes.
Okay, and that is a wrap on Inside Marriage for today. Women suffered a lot in marriages. Mama said yes, and Imprint outrightly agreed. And for today, the conclusion is, in as much as there's going to be a plan B, everybody has their own plan Bs. Okay, and it is a wrap on Inside Marriage for today. My name is AJIBIKE, ANJORIN, aka the Screen Diva, and of course, this is a Western Spring Television 190 DTT. Thank you so much, Mama Florence, for coming today. It is indeed an honor. Imprint, thank you so much for every input. You're well appreciated. And I hope our viewers, I hope you are learning. I hope you're unlearning. I hope you're relearning again. Inside Marriage is going nowhere. We are here to keep you in the know about things that happen in the world of marriages. We're not here to scare you. We're just here to let you know that a whole lot happened in there. And trust me, only the strong and the ready can survive the world of marriages. I'm going to see you again same time next week. And I want to say a very big thank you to the entire transmission team. Till God meets us well, I'll see you next week. Bless you.
You are the love of my life, the apple of my eye. I'm so glad at the day I said yes I do. You've given me so much love, although it's just a journey. I'm a ride or die with you.